Greeting the well community. I'm Michael Mookie Cruz Manalili. I'm excited to be offering an Advent reflection for us on the theme of the cry of the earth, cry of the poor. I've been thinking a lot about the idea of exile and homelands and what it means to be tied to the land per se, and what it means for the cry of the poor and the marginalized. I went on the Camino de Santiago, and it's something that's been close to my heart. And I've been thinking on the word of peregrinus, or pilgrim, and it's translated from the Latin for actually exile or foreigner. So the peregrinus, which usually gets translated as pilgrim nowadays, is a person who's an exile, a foreigner in lands. It has me thinking about Jesus of Nazareth, and the way that the journey is made in an exilic fashion, in an exile, as a migrant through the land as well. So this is a poem that I've kind of refurbished and written throughout my time. It was first given in my narrative therapy community, and then in a spiritual autobiographies course, but I've kind of repackaged it with a little bit of liberation psychology and theology blended into it, as well as other traditions. So without further ado, I'd like to offer a poem titled Paz et Justicia, or Peace and Justice, and it's an ode on behalf of our suffering siblings. Paz et Justicia. Peace and justice. Explain a piece of this justice, for is it just us that dictates their peace? Pull up a chair to the table, if you're able, a breath that's stable, with bread broken and words spoken. Please receive this plea and help me see, for I am a stranger, a peregrinus in this foreign land. So help me understand, dear siblings of humanity. Tell me about this insanity, our profanity towards our neighbors' lives of sanctity, spoken by their broken bones, etched upon their headstones and stained on the blood of our hands across these lands. So help me understand your explanations, our nation's philosophical contradictions of political convictions and religious benedictions. Paz et justicia, peace and justice. Explain a piece of this justice, for is it just us that dictates their peace? Pull up a chair to the table if you're able, a breath that's stable, with bread broken and words spoken. Please receive this plea and help me see, for I am a stranger, a peregrinus in this foreign land, and help me understand. Nay, let me demand peace. Paz vobiscum, assalamu alaikum, shalom al-kaim. A blessing of breath amid siblings, Om Shanti Sarbat Davala, Kapayapaan ay sumasa inyo. An invocation from my land to yours, inviting us into an order that flows beyond borders, justice. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will have their fill. Echoes of siblings' rights and rights, laden spite. Despite Lady Justice, blinded at the sight of scales as they slowly tip, slip, and spill blood. Is it not the practice of Dharma, embodying the good news and karma, actions that lead towards living samsara, that brings the kingdom of God at hand? For our gurus noted that while realizing truth is higher than all ills, higher is truthful living. Still, for a prophet does not profit from hoarding wisdom's wealth of justice's fire, burning blazing bright to light the way of the righteous. For a monk does not hide the light under a bushel basket, intrinsic in a cooling breath, as we meditated towards the journey of death's casket. Nay, Foucault wrote that knowledge is not for knowing, knowledge is meant for cutting, shaping, embodying, and emboldening. To behold in the suture of our broken bones, etch love upon their headstones. Nay, grieve with me. Let us weep for the life force lost in history's course, young stories buried under political latitudes and religious platitudes. Nay, let this knowledge be our gold, myrrh, and frankincense, presence as a present, tears burning and cooling our hearts to be smelted, not hardened, melted and molded amidst toil and strife, emboldened by the drumbeat of the same heart of life. Past a dusty manger, plunged into crucified danger once they were strangers, bread broken. I call you friend, bending justice's arc before our breath's end. For do we not eat, laugh, cry, sing, dance, speak, dream, break bread and drink? So help me think, why cannot we do this together? Paz et justicia, peace and justice. Explain a piece of this justice, for is it just us that dictates their peace? Pull up a chair to the table if you're able, a breath that's stable, with bread broken and words spoken. Please receive this plea and help me see, for I am a peregrinus, a stranger in this foreign land, so help me understand. Nay, let me demand both peace and justice. Paz Christi vobiscum. May the peace of the Anointed One be upon you, who bled, broken and bruised, fleshed, spoken and used for peace, for justice, for healing of us all, kneeling to utter the words of Evangelium, the good news. May the souls of the dead rest in peace and power. May we, the living, suffer the call of justice in their remembrance. Break bread, not bones spill, tears not, and wine not blood. Demand pax et justitia. I am here with you at the table in these foreign lands. Peace and justice be upon you, dear siblings of humanity. Blessings upon this Advent season. I look forward to hearing your reflections in this time of our journey.